Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Empress Show. This is your Wonder Woman, Julie. And as always, I want to thank you for always coming back, staying tuned, supporting, and giving me your love. Because we love new souls, I want to welcome all the new souls. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel and make sure you give us that like, and at least utuachie ka comment hapo chini. And as you can see, guys, I have an amazing guest. Well, the one and only, sijui niiseme tu, the one and only, the undisputed Willy Kinyash. For those of you who don't know him, sijui unasikizanga nini, by the way, he's our Dr. Love there at Wema TV, where he speaks about marriage, relationships, and all that. He really inspires a lot of us, me being one of them. And he mentors a lot of people, a lot of young and old people. So guys, I can't hold it back not to invite him on this particular month where we are doing, our episodes of relationship love, honoring our 7 years anniversary, And without further ado, I want to welcome you. First of all, I want to say a big thank you. Karibu sana, how are you?
Fine, thank you. And thank you for having me here. We have planned for this for almost a decade.
Manze, but finally nimekupata.
Finally we are here. Yes.
Wewe hupatikani. Wewe ni ule MC.
I'm very sorry. Yes.
Such is life.
God's timing is the best. And this is the God's time. Yes.
Hebu tuambie, how has, this journey of you counseling, you mentoring people in their relationship, how has it been for you, and what made you start all this?
I would say it's for me, I do it. I would say it's a ministry, and it's a calling that God has put in me, and it started way back before I got married. I remember before I got married, there are couples who would have issues, and they would run to me, and sometimes I would wonder. I mean, these guys, they know I'm not married. What are they coming to do? I mean, kuna niuliza nini? And I remember there's this one couple, they separated, and I took them through counseling for 1 month. I am not married. And they came to me, they listened to me, and I am telling you, up to date, they are together. Oh yes. And that is the moment I realized, I think it is not about age. It is not about whether you're married. It is about a certain grace that God has put in you. And now, to make it wider, I got married to a lady who had also the same grace. And so it is so sweet that now we came together as a husband and wife. And now we are able to work with young people who want to get into marriage, and also those who have been married for years. We work with them, and we have worked with hundreds of couples, and we do it. We have a passion for this, and we always say that we were called for this. So even if I don't get anything else, I get to hear a couple that is going through issues. I don't have this. Paka niwatafute na nipate wamerudiana na wameenda sawa sawa. And at that moment I'll feel I'm fulfilled. Yes.
Let me know, at that particular time when you are not married and couples were coming to you with their issues, haikufika that point when you would tell yourself, sidhani nataka kuolewa, hii maisha inakaa sio rahisi?
Kuna mahali nilifika nikaona kitu iko na challenge. At first nilishindwa, hawa watu mbona wanakuja kwangu and I'm not married. And then there's this my mentor, his name is Fred. They are our best couple, him and the wife. And so before they even came into the picture of being our best couple, we were friends when I was young person, I was not married. And so when I realized many people are coming to see me when they are having issues in their marriage, I called him Kamwambia, I want us to have a coffee. I want us to have a conversation. And say, it's okay, let's meet. And we went, met in Tao. Kamwambia, mi kuna kitu nanisumbua. Kwanza ni nini? Nikamwambia, watu wameolewa wanakuja kunipea mashida zao na sasa mimi sijaoa. And he really encouraged me and told me that is a ministry that God has put in you. So that is why people, they know you're not married, but there is something they can see inside of you, that which you are not seeing. So that is why they are coming to you. They are living people, they know they are married, but they are coming to you and they know you're not married. So it is a ministry. So pray and do not shy away. Continue doing it. When they come, ask God to give you wisdom, talk to them, and you never know where utaenda. And today here I am. I have a show on a TV station whereby I just talk about marriage. There are hundreds couples who have come our way that we may mentor them and walk with them. And I thank God for the grace. Yes.
That's an amazing journey. I just can't even figure out how, just you started doing something that you did not even have an idea what it is. Ulikuwa tunajua tu ni marriage. So today we want to talk about marriage and the society. And in the society, we also want to incorporate the church. So we've seen so many times tumekuwa na issues kama unapata, let's use the example of the gospel musician who was allegedly killed by the husband. And it seemed like it wasn't an issue that had just popped up. Ni kitu ilikuwa inaendelea for long. What is this thing that people don't want to move out? Is it the church ama is it the society imefanya ati mwanamke anafaa kukaa kuvumilia mateso kama hiyo mpaka uliwe? Or what do you have to say about that?
Let me look at this camera and let me talk to women. Women, marriage is not certificate to heaven. Get me right. Marriage is not certificate to heaven. That is to say, if you separate, that does not mean you will not go to heaven. And I know church people will come and say that God hates divorce. And it is true. God hates divorce. That is the truth. But again, the same God, he is also advocating for divorce when there are some issues that arise in marriage. And so he is the same person who is saying, I hate divorce. But again, he continues and gives some rules and says, if this happens, it is okay to divorce your husband or to divorce your wife. And so I want to say this, being saved does not mean that we became fools. And so when you are in church, that does not mean that you are a fool. And it is okay to love, but when we are in marriage, it is important to know that we need also to love with our heads. Penda na kichwa. Wachia roho kazi ya kupiga damu. Think twice. I mean, this dude won't come and amekuwekelea coffee. The next day amechukua kisu, and then you continue staying there and saying that I am praying for my husband. My friend, utakufa and this jamaa ataendelea kukula maisha. It is so sad that this woman, as we are talking right now, she's no more. She's gone. But again, you see, there is a certain notion we have put in church. I know when all this happened, people came out and said, why could she have left? But the same people, if she could have left, they could have said, hey, you are born again, you are a minister, why are you leaving your husband? You see? And that is why I'm saying it is important to love with our heads. Do not listen what people are saying. Because after all, this is your life. This is your life. Hii ni maisha yako. So sio vile watu wengine wanataka uishi. Sio venye watu wengine wana dictate uishi. No. It is about you. So when you realize there is a problem here, run for your life. Run. Okay? Kuolewa sio kukua mjinga. Watu lazima wajue hivyo. Si kukua mjinga. And so we need to come to a point na tuulizane maswali as a husband and a wife. When you realize there is an issue inatokea, uliza mtu, hapa kunaendaje? Unaona? Because if itakuwa mimi napitia peke yangu, I don't share, I don't talk to this man, I don't talk to this woman, ninajipata nimefika mahali nimeingia kwa cocoon, and I can assure you things will not turn out to be good. At the end of the tunnel, there will be trouble, there will be issues, and if you realize you can't talk to this man, can you look for someone you can talk to? As a woman, look for a woman you can talk to. Talk to your mother, talk to your sisters, look for a friend you can talk to. If you don't want to expose this man to your family, look for a friend you can talk to. It is sad when all this happened, it was a surprise to many people. Wanashangaa, and those ambao walikuwa wanajua, the sisters, the lady is telling them, please, don't share with anyone. Apana. And I think it is high time as people and the people in church, we need to know that marriage is not slavery. Yes, it is not slavery. Yeah.
I have another question. I happened to meet a lady who shared her story with me, and I also shared it here on YouTube about this lady. She got married to this man, but it wasn't an official marriage. Nile wanakuja, anapata mtoto, and then they start living together. And then this man lied to the lady that ameenda Qatar, and akaenda. Then he stopped sending, money, financial support and all that. And then 3 years down the line, anarudi, mtoto ashazaliwa, mtoto ni mkubwa, anarudi na backpack. And then he says amedeportiwa. And then he leaves again saying, I cannot stay here, I'm feeling guilty because I didn't come with anything. So after leaving, that's when now the lady knew, this guy has actually been in Kenya, married to another woman with kids, same age as her kids. So it means that this guy lied to her and just stayed around, akaenda akaoa. So when this lady shared the story with her pastor, the pastor told her, you're together with this man. This man is your husband. You have to wait for him until ile siku atarudi. You can never get married until he comes back or he dies. What do you have to say about
that? You're putting me in a corner. I know this is a debate that has been there, because that is what the word of God says. That when you get married, this is until death do you part. And so the word of God would say, until your spouse is dead, that is the moment you can remarry. But as long as this man or this woman is alive, if you remarry, the Bible says that you are committing adultery.
Hold on there. So are we? Okay. So does it mean that we now start praying for this man to die? For this?
Of course, no. You don't do that. You don't do that. But now what happens? And that's why I said that this is something that has been the church ministers for quite some time now, they have really disagreed on this, because they are those of the idea of, Paul in the book of, I believe in the book of First Corinthians chapter 7, he talks about the issue of marriage, and he says, instead of you being banned, that you should marry. And so there are those people who will go for that idea that, yes, I have divorced my wife, and so instead of me kutoka na huku nje nianze kufanya dhambi, I would rather go get another woman openly, we get married, and we continue living together, and the whole world knows this is my wife. This is my second wife. I have remarried and the whole world knows. Rather than nakaanga tu hapa, mnajuanga niko single, lakini niko Sabina Joy mchana. Asubuhi mapema niko Sabina Joy, then ninatokelezea najifanya huku vile maisha iko sawa, you know. And so there are those who will go for that idea. Then there are these others who would say, either you reconcile, kama sio hivyo, kaa kivyako mpaka akufe, na asipo mpaka Yesu arudi. Mpaka Yesu arudi. So it's a ni kitu imekuwa hapo debate ambayo haijakuwa. Yes.
There's this question that I would really love to understand. There's so many people separating, so many issues in marriages. Wengine wanauana, wengine tu wana separate. And you find that in this era, there are so many young people who are getting married as young as 19 years old. Do you think that that is one of the reasons why there is so much separation?
I don't think that is the reason why there is so much separation, because I have seen people who are as old as 50s separating. So if we say it is getting married when you are very young, I think it will not be true. But I think the key thing here we need to talk about is, why are you getting married in the first place? Because if you are able to define why marriage, then we'll be able to solve all these other challenges and issues that arise in marriage. So why are you getting married? And to all those who are watching us and they are married, why did you get married? If you cannot be able to answer that question, then there's a problem. Because there are people who have gotten married for all wrong reasons. There are those who got married because alipata kastana kasuku, akona shape, then mtoi amekuja, shape imeenda. So unaanza kushangaa, ala, kwani, you know me. There are those who got married kwa sababu aliona mtu akona pesa, COVID kakuja, biashara zikaanguka, jamaa pesa zimeisha. So unaanza, tutaishi hivi. Mimi siwezi kula mboga kama wanyama. Mimi ni carnivorous. Mimi mambo ya kukula mboga kama mbuzi, hapana. You see, there are those who got married kwa sababu of household chores. Alisema mimi nimetoka kujifulia nguo, nimetoka kupiga pasi. And you see, all these things, there is someone you can pay and come do these things for you. You see? And so why you're getting married is very key. And quite a number of these people, you'll find they got married for the wrong reason. But there is hope. Because if you have an understanding, at first you accept, we started this thing through the wrong foundation. But there is a way we can mend this foundation. There is a way we can rebuild this foundation. There is a way we can go and bring in some pillars that will make this building to stand again, because we realize when we were starting building this house, we thought it is a bungalow. We didn't know that itakuwa two-story building. So we need to start digging deep, put some tumas there, build strong pillars that will make this building to stand. And some of these pillars, number one, it is trust. We need to start trusting each other. Number two, it is commitment. We must know when it comes to the issue of marriage, it is about commitment. Marriage is not a try and error thing. This is something I always say. I have repeated this more than 1,000 times. Marriage is not a try and error thing. It is something that you come, and the moment you enter into it, you are fully committed. Hakuna kurudi nyuma. In marriage, hakuna gear ya reverse. Ni kusonga mbele. And that is why Waswahili wanasema ni pingu ya maisha. Umejifunga pingu ya maisha. So how is your commitment? We need to build the commitment. If there has not been commitment, and that is why we are seeing all these separations, then what can we do to build these commitments so that we can start digging deep and seeing it? What are these issues that are making us to have issues in this marriage? And the next thing is respect. We are talking about the pillars that will make this marriage to stand strong. Respect. You need to respect each other. It is a mutual respect. It is not about women just respecting men. Also men, they have a role to play. You need to respect women. We must respect women because whatever you sow is that which you will reap. So if there is, you can sow disrespect and you expect to reap respect. No. It is a two-way. So we need to know how is the respect. And the next pillar, it is communication. It is very key. There is no relationship under the earth and even up there that can be able to thrive without proper communication. Communication. So how do you communicate to your spouse? Hii story ya unaenda kusema kitu mtu anajijazia anamalizia. We need to have effective communication. And when you're talking about communication, number one, I need to be free with my spouse. Because if I am not free with my spouse, then ni nani sasa nitakuwa free na yeye? So,
One, two.
So I need to be free with my spouse. Because if I am not free with her, then who else? And so we need to know as couples out there that we need to create that environment that your spouse will feel free. You know, there are some people they are not free with their spouses because I came nikakwambia kitu then ukaanza kusema si wewe unatafuta hawa wasichana. And I was open. I want to share with you. You see? But the way you will handle me, it will determine whether I'll tell you something else tomorrow. And after now being free, that brings us to the next thing, that we need to feel that safety. That I am safe sharing with you as my spouse. I feel I am safe. Because if I am not safe, I can assure you I'll go and share with the boys there. The women, they'll go and share with the women at the salon. And we will not be able to build this marriage. And so we need to create that environment where one will feel I am free to speak to this person and I am safe speaking to this person. So communication is very key. And the other pillar, which we should have started with actually, it is the foundation. The foundation, when you talk about foundation, how did this thing start? From the word go, how did we start? How did we start this thing? Because the way you started it, manze, kama kuna mahali mulianguka, ni hivo. Mpaka mrudi pale kwa foundation. We are talking about building this strong building. We need to go to the foundation and do some strong pillars. So how did you started? It determines a lot. Did you start with God or did you start with you yourselves? Ni mwili tu, ni flesh. Ni flesh tu, hakuna kitu ingine. So how did you start it? And I need to say this, whether you are born again or not, marriage is an institution that was started by God. Whether you are married, whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Muslim, marriage is an institution that was started by God. It is God who started it. And so for you to thrive, you must involve him. You must make him to be the center stage of everything that you are doing. Before you come to submit to your husband, you must submit to him and tell him, you are the author of this. So you are the only one who can lead us. And he is the one who will come and fill you with wisdom and understanding. Because with understanding, the Bible says that home is built through understanding. And through wisdom, the home is established. You see? So for this, it is happening through acknowledging that God is the center stage of this marriage. So how did you start? So if you started na vitu zingine, go back and create a strong foundation. And that is through making God to be the center stage of everything. And also as we talk about foundation, you know, and this is something we need to change, even as a church. I'm looking forward to the time that we start And actually there's something I'm doing, because we need to stop doing the classes we call premarital classes. We start them when it is too late. Such that when we are starting these premarital classes, this guy ameenda Russia, is given dowry. So by the time we are going through premarital classes, even if I realize there is, it is hard to go back. The parents are aware, the churches are aware, friends are aware. How? And so tunasema tutaenda kutengenezea mbele. But if we can start it as early as we start dating, such that when I realize hapa kuna shida, hapa there is a red flag, then I can run for my life as early as at that point. But now, the time we are starting, it is too late. That I realize my wife to be akona issues hapa, na hii ninaona sitawezana nayo, lakini juu sasa mpaka nimerashia, itabidi tu niengane na hali yangu. And all those are foundations. So how are the foundations? Very important. Yes.
Wow, that is deep indeed. So tell me, the society has also, by the way, society imetuharibu sana kichwa, so to say, and the church is in it as well. We find that when a man cheats, infidelity. Now we are talking about infidelity. When a man cheats, it's almost considered an okay thing. It's not an issue. It's ni kawaida tu, wanaume ukuwa hivyo. That is what some people say, or most of us say, wanaume ukuwa hivyo. And they never define ni wanaume wagani hawa, so that us as ladies tunajua ni wagani hatufai kuendea. But when a woman cheats, the society stops. The heart of the society stops. Tell us about this. Do you think it's okay?
It is not okay. It is not okay because, number one, and I think this is where we need to understand that we are equal human beings. That is to say, if a man cheats, if a woman cheats, it is seen as this is wrong. The same case with a man, because we are all equal. And I need to say this because I've seen many people suffering, especially women, when the man goes out there and cheat, and you start blaming yourself and asking yourself questions. Is there something I have not done? Is there something maybe I could have done better? Or, you are not responsible for this man going to cheat. You are not. And if it is the woman who have cheated, as a man, you are not responsible for her going to cheat. It is, you should take your own cross. Kila mtu abebe msalaba yake. Because there is a way we need to settle things in marriage. If a woman, this man is not satisfying you, talk to him, tell him, dude, haunifikishi, so tia bidii. Jipange venye utafanya.
Research.
Yes. So going out is not a solution. Mwambie, badala ya kwenda na huko nje, mwambie. The man, if there is something she's not doing right, instead of going out there looking for another girl, mwambie ni nini. Au kasichana katafanya, mwambie ni nini huyu afanye. Kwani iko nini? So you are not responsible for this person cheating. You are not. You are clean as long as hajakwambia. And also ukiambiwa kubali, because this is where now again we fail. Amekuja mwanaume, umeambiwa bro, haufikishi bana, mimi sifiki kilele, and you start now shouting there, hey, you are bringing my ego down. Kubali, mwanamke simsibishi, ni nini nitafanya, msibishe. See, and there are some things you need to look at. How is my diet? Juu sasa na wewe hausibishwi na unapea ukipatia watoto Cerelac, hata mzee ni Cerelac unampatia. How do you expect him akusibishe? So look at the diet. Nini unapatia huu mzee wako? Kenye unampatia kama unaona ni ati asubuhi anamkianga spaghetti, sapa ni rice, alafu lunch alikuwa amekula macaroni. You know, how do you expect this man to perform? So check at the meal. And also it can be an issue with health. So have you visited the doctor? Ujue ni nini shida? There are some men unapata ni it's a health issue. So they just need to go to the hospital, see a doc, and everything will be okay. You see? So all these things we need to look. But the key thing here, what we are saying is we are all equal. Women and men, we are equal. And so there is men have not been given a mandate to go and cheat, and women are not. No. If cheating is wrong, it is wrong. Both women and men, it is wrong. Yes.
Civil society, iache kutuchocha hapa. It's okay for a man to have more than one.
It is not okay. It is not okay. You see, let me tell you. When we talked about commitment, it is a decision. And let me tell you, wanawake watazidi kuzaliwa, warembo. And it is funny. I would give an example, and this is something I've heard mtu akisema kama mwanaume na gari. You see the way we love cars. Some years back, when I was walking, I was praying day and night, God bless me with a car. Nibariki na gari hata kama inakaa aje. Yes, haja ni miguu nne. Mungu. Then God akanikumbuka. Akanipatia Karaumu KBB. Nikakaa 1 month naanza kufika nikitembea kwa barabara naona watu wako na marange Prado. Na vile no. Hapana, Mungu sasa fanya kitu. God did it. Akanipatia Prado. Ninakaa naanza kuona kuna wanaume wako na magari. You see, and so unapata autoshereki. The same case, when you commit to this woman, you see, and it is funny. See, when you are dating, I mean, you even say, siezi nikalala kama sija kuongelesha, hata nashindwa kukula. Then, huyu mtu ambaye hauko unalala kama hujamuona, amekuja into your life. Sasa sio tu nini ama nini, mko kwa nyumba moja, kitanda moja. Then what happens? All of a sudden, now you start seeing others. And so it is a decision you make. And you say, I know there will be other women beautiful than my wife, but I have made decision to love this one. There are millions of ladies out there, but I have made decision to love this one. She is my wife. There are many men out there, handsome. Wengine wako na misuri. Unamwona tu hivi unasikia ai. You see? But you have made a decision as a woman, I have committed myself to my husband. And so I will not cheat on him. After all, kwani kuna kitu anakujaga nayo tofauti?
Semanga K is constant. If you know, you know.
Yeah. So hakuna kitu nini? So wewe ongezea tu mastingo.
Fanya research. That is what I was telling them on my yesterday's video. Yes. Do research. Whatever you want in your woman or in your man, yes. Do it. Fanya na huyo wako.
In the days of internet. Fanya research. Na wewe akikuja usianza kumuuliza hii ulisomea wapi? Mlisoma na nani? Wewe kubali ukiambiwa pinduka hivi, acha maswali mingi. Pinduka, enjoy. Na wacha safari iendelee. Yes.
Yeah. Now tell me, unapata watu wameishi pamoja for 20 years. Watu wanaachana wanaenda wapi? What is happening? Ni nini ina trigger this kind of separations?
Number 1, familiarity. Kuzoeana. Yaani nimekaa na huyu miaka ya 20 mpaka nimemzoea. Mpaka kabla aseme kitu ninajuanga. Akiamka hata kama nimefunga macho hivi ninajua venye anakaa. Anaamkanga kama macho moja imefungwa ingine hivi. Mazoeano. If you want to thrive in marriage, please, we must overcome this demon called familiarity. And it is sad that we can become familiar to the person that we love most, but when we go to the office, we are not familiar to our colleagues. It is sad. I mean, this is the person haufai kuzoeana na yeye, but niye unazoeana, wenye hata unafaa kuwa unawazoea, unawatreat special. You see? Familiarity. And the next thing, it is loss of physical attraction. Udem nikimuoa alikuwa maua, then all of a sudden naanza kuona kwani ilikuwa kipofu. Nini niliona hapa?
Unafikiria ni fault ya nani at that particular?
It is you, the one who is seeing kipofu. It is you. You are the problem. Hakuna mtu alikuchagulia na haukuwa umefungwa macho na hata haukuwa kipofu. Haukuwa. Hivyo ni wewe tu ulichagulia. Ama unaanza kusema ati this guy was hakuwa hivi. You see? And so you start having that loss of physical attraction. And the next thing inafanya watu waachane ni lack of self-love. Lack of self-love. Let me tell you, if you don't love yourself, you cannot be loved. And so, as a man, I would love someone who loves herself. As a woman, I would love someone who loves himself. So do you love yourself? Before your spouse comes to love you, do you love yourself? And so self-love is very, very important. And when you talk about self-love, we are talking about values. How do you value yourself? If you start seeing yourself kama mtu duni, mtu bure, there are some people mpaka wakienda anasema anaambia Mungu mimi ni kitu bure. Kitu bure kitu gani? So if you can even tell God mimi ni kitu bure, your husband una expect kuona kitu ya maana, ataona kitu bure. So self-love is very, very important. How do you carry yourself? You see? How do you carry yourself? How do you wear? Kuna mavazi ambazo tunafaa tuache hata kuvaa because they don't show self-love. Hayaonyeshani unajipenda. Treat yourself well. Treat yourself well. If you want to be treated well, first treat yourself well. And when these things, when you don't treat yourself well, you can be sure even this other person will not be able to treat you well. So we need to love ourselves. Tujipende. Wacha ni tujipende. Tukijipenda, tutaweza kupendeka. Tutapendwa. Yes.
There you go, guys. You've heard it. Walio na masikio wamesikia, walio na macho watajionea. So guys, self-love. Start by loving yourself, just as the undisputed Willie Kinyash has told us. So I want to really, really thank you for taking your time to come and talk to our audience. Those were words of wisdom and we really, really appreciate. I hope tutakuona tena.
Utaniona tena. Yes, it's a promise. And yes, and also you can follow me, Willie Kinyash _couples will. You'll be able to find me on Facebook, TikTok, just Willie Kinyash _couples will. You'll be able to find me there. You can follow me. Let's interact. You can be sure when you send me a message, I'll reply. Yes.
You also have an event coming up. Yes. Tell us about.
I have an event coming up on 11th of June. We are calling it Couples Will Retreat. It's a couples hangout. We are going to Naivasha at Lake Oloiden, and we are charging 7,000 per couple. We leave Nairobi at 7 a.m. and I will be back in the evening. But we have special arrangements for those who want to spend. And so you're welcome. And if you want to join us, you can call this number 0723 214 047. 0723 214 047. And the theme of the day is unlocking the hidden love. Unlocking the hidden love. That love you feel like your spouse ameificha. That is what we'll be talking about. We want to unlock that love that seems to be hidden, so that we can enjoy our marriages, and you can be sure you're going to have a lot of fun. Come ready to have fun, dance, and fellowship with other couples, and of course to bond with your spouse, and of course we'll be having a moment of learning together. And so come prepared to have a lot of fun. And of course there will be a lot of food. So you can't miss out on this one. Yes, we are having great people coming on board. So kosa uchekwe. Yes.
Well, I can bet on that, because the very first event that you had on Valentine's was one of a kind.
Yes.
And guys, you do not want to miss out that event, because the first one was lit. Yani, I couldn't understand how the event was able to cover all ages, and it was really empowering, really inspiring. I'm sure after hapo watu walienda honeymoon part 2. So this one is going to be even better.
More fire. Yes, you love it. Ebu ambia unaenda.
Of course. Yes. It's my birthday month. It's my birthday month. Yes. Nikose nichekwe? Hapana, siwezi taka kuchekwa. So guys, there you have it. This is with me, the undisputed Willy Kinyash. Find him always on Facebook, on Wema TV. Guys, check out Wema TV as well on YouTube. You can check Willy Kinyash on Facebook, TikTok, as he's told you, Instagram, all that. And trust me, whenever you want to talk to him, he will be ready to listen. I know that first-hand information. So thank you so much. May God bless you for making your time to come here. We do not take it for granted. Na umekaribishwa tena. We will be waiting for you guys. He has promised. Yes. I wanted him to promise mbele yenu, ndio nikimkumbusha naambia unajua ulisema mbele ya audience. Yes. So at least najua sasa utakuja. So guys, there you have it. Thank you so much for staying tuned. As always, if you haven't subscribed, please take your 1 minute. Just subscribe, Saizi. There you go. And please leave a comment, whatever you think that we've said that really makes sense to you. Let us know, what do you think about that discussion? Has it inspired you? Has it entertained you? What has it done to you? And take what you think is important for your marriage, for your relationship. Those who are going into marriage, those who are going into a relationship, that is something that can really benefit you in your relationship. Without further ado, I just want to say thank you so much, and it's a goodbye from us. Bye.